Hi team, I hope you are well, fine and good. So I welcome you all to this another video session. In this video session, we'll be having a discussion regarding Microsoft Entra ID Azure Cloud Attack Exfiltration Response. So I hope you will be having a detailed analysis and in the scope of visibility to the KQL queries which actually been implemented and worked in Azure Sentinel. So as well as in the Defender portal as well, right? So you will be exploring that as well. So I hope you will be learning a lot in this session. So please stay tuned and watch the video till then and get the update regarding any cyber files. So let us continue regarding the Microsoft Entra ID and Azure Cloud Attack Exfiltration Response. So what actually happened is that the Azure Microsoft Entra ID and Azure to exfiltrate and delete data in hybrid cloud attacks. Okay. Detection examples, KQL query in Sentinel, immediate response steps, as well as hardening and mitigation action. So I will be saying the exploring, you will be exploring, okay, most important sources at the end, so you can dig more deeper into that. So executive summary, so let us discuss about the executive summary, what actually happened or who actually that is. So who is all about Storm-0501, a financially motivated cyber crime group tracked by Microsoft. Okay, what they do now, so what actually they do here. So they actually do the evolving from traditional ransomware on endpoint to cloud focused extraction. Okay, compromission on prem accounts, move laterally into the Microsoft Entra ID, abuse identity service principles to exfiltrate and delete Azure data and demand some ransom. So they even have compromised the Microsoft Teams account to contact the victims. So this is what they actually do. Okay, so attack type chain. So when we discuss about the attack type chain, first is initial access, from where they actually get the initial access. So we compromised credential, brought access, or compromised on-prem accounts are the sources of initial access. Privilege escalation and persistence, create abuse service principle. Okay, escalate the privileges, add application permission, or assign the roles. So then after cloud lateral movement, so use privileged no sorry so use privileged intra identity to enumerate the subscription, storage, backups, and set points. Along with that, when we discuss about the data exfiltration, they do mass extraction, download of files, mailboxes, graph APIs, or any kind of storage keys, or delegated tokens. Oh, then after destruction and deletion, they actually starts those activities. Okay, like delete the backups and cloud data, and sometimes remove audit trails to raise the pressure for extraction. So extraction context, attacker may use compromised teams tenant accounts for ransom negotiation. So contract indicator of compromise, when we discuss about the contract indicator of IOCs of suspicious sign. So one is unexpected creation of enterprise application, then unexpected content of new delegated applications, then after non-human identity activities, then after large, very large list gets download operation against any kind of storage, or Azure storage, set points, or exchanges. So deletion of recovery services vault, then after usual teams messages that actually been the IOC of compromise or suspicious sign. So immediate incident response checklist, we have to give a priority order to have these remediated at the earliest. So one is isolate and contain, we need to do that. Then after protect the backups, then after block attacker access. So these things must and should be negotiated, must and should be properly evaluated. Okay, one is isolate, disable the compromised user account and service principles, and do not delete any kind of files until forensic completes. So revoke the refresh the tokens, and also sign out sessions. Okay, any kind of active sign-ins which may be observed in this in the attack flow. Okay, need to have that remediated at the earliest. Then after protect the backup, make air grab copies or immutable backups if possible. Okay, restrict backup account access, those all comes under the protect backups. So block attack access is remove suspicious app restriction, then revoke the content token, reset the credential for service principal, and many more we can do that. So followed by collect logs. When we discuss about that, then it actually captures sign in logs, audit logs, Azure activity logs, office activity logs, if graph API call logs, and team audit logs, and preserve them of alternative possible, right? So search for exfiltration. When we do that, right, we need to have an analysis like look for any kind of large file downloads, graph bulk exports, or any kind of long GT operation on LOB containers. So finally, when we discuss about the sixth number point, that is all about communication, we need to preserve evidences of ransom demands. Okay, teams messages, do not negotiate via compromised channel. Finally, the seventh is all about engage vendor law enforcement, open an incident with Microsoft if any kind of customer involved cloud provider, or consider filling with law enforcement. Okay, then we need to have the most important critical thing, how we can observe these activities. So it is all by Microsoft Sentinel KQL queries. I have given these as a sort of example, such that you can explore this. If any kind of newly created enterprise app service, we can use this command audit logs. Then app contents or permission granted, we can use this audit logs to analyze and to observe the log activities. Then suspicious graph API activities, we can go and search for this KQL query. Then after any kind of suspicious deletion or backup snapshot, we can go and look after the suspicious activities in the Azure activity logs. Then after unusual sign in patterns, we can go and check for this a command or KQL query. Okay, not command, it is a KQL query, and explore these, and you will get doing. If any kind of observation you may observe, or you may hinder with, then please have your any kind of, sorry, not observation, any kind of difficulties if you face, please feel free to comment, and such that I can explore that and give you a beautified answer, a beautified KQL query in short. Then after we'll be having details about the hardening and mitigation that are actually being recommended. So we need to enforce strong MFA and conditional access policies. Then after lockdown, Entra connect syncs, strong password management MFA were supported, minimal privileges and monitoring, least privilege PIM, okay, so privilege access management, we need to do to the required just-in-time elevation for directory and subscription roles. Protect backups, keep immutable offline backups, and limit backup operator privileges. Then after harder non-human identities, okay, we can use managed identity providers, where possible, monitor reward certificates or any kind of secret rotation, and restrict the context. Then after logging and monitoring, ensure sign-in logs, audit logs, Azure activity, storage logs and office activities are retained and alerted on the query above. So restrict app context, disallow user context for any for privilege, privilege for any kind of high privilege permissions, require any kind of admin role or approvals, followed by tenant level alerts. So we can also create detection rules for any kind of new app registration, or any kind of admin content events, large data aggregation, and any kind of mass deletion. We can go and look for that. So for forensic teams and blue teams, what to collect? Okay, one is authenticate and identify the logs. We can go for the full sign-in logs and audit logs. Activity and storage logs, we can go for communication evidences like Teams audit, or sorry, any kind of message logs. Identity configuration, copies of any kind of suspicious principal service principals or apps registration config, permission owner or keys, access control data like snapshot of subscription role assigned to a recent RBAC changes. So what Microsoft and press are saying about this? So we have three main resources which I have sorted out or listed out. One is Microsoft Threat Intelligence blog stays about the Storm-0501 evolves techniques lead to cloud-based ransom. Okay, that is officially deep dive in guidance. The Hacker News, what actually it shows about the quick summary of new cloud-centric extortion campaign. So industry coverage, dark read, beeping computer, CSO, the register reporting and analysis successfully, or sorry, so useful for context and additional detection ideas. So the last and but not the least, we need to have a quick playbook. You can paste into your tickets. Is all about the scope of contain, preserve the evidences, hunt for exfiltration or any kind of queries that can be that can be evaluated, that can be registered, or that can be pasted in your detection strategies or analysis strategies or investigation strategies. So protect the backups and recoveries. So you need to have an proper isolation systems and backups. Okay, remediate the endpoints, or remediate the isolation affected systems, and remediate the recoveries, and remediate the credentials that are being exposed to. Notify and engage, we need to have a notification to the leadership, and also a call to Microsoft Teams or Microsoft supports and law enforcement if required. So I hope you have enjoyed the session, folks. Let me end the video itself for you. I hope you have a very great day ahead.